Hello and welcome to another episode of Space Update today, a live episode today. So if you do have any questions, fire away down below and I'll do my best to answer them as best I can. But coming up today, we'll be just quickly discussing Starliner, running through the launch updates. And like I said, if you guys do have any questions before or after the show or during, we'll answer those as we go. But first up, Starliner, despite encountering emerging issues and concerns raised by the safety panel, NASA and Boeing remain committed to launching CST-100 Starliner. And we had quite a few problems with Starliner on the previous mission. A lot going on with that. They say that 95% there, but NASA still aren't 100% sure on that. So it's already got budget back to July. July, I think 21st, my birthday by coincidence, that might be launching on. So fingers crossed for that on my birthday. But I can quite easily see this getting pushed back because they've still got to sort out the parachutes. They've got to get those redone, redesigned, requalified, and everything. And the parachutes is a very vital option to get them back safely, especially if they're thinking of putting two astronauts on there. I think it'd be better if just to leave it as it is, autonomous, test it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. They could do changes then. I think just heightens the complete risk by putting more astronauts on there. But the CFT mission will involve NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams embarking on the short test flight to the International Space Station, like we said earlier, marking the spacecraft's first crewed journey. Notably, NASA and Boeing have accomplished 95% certification requirements, as I said earlier on there, and addressed all previous anomalies almost. I think one of the major ones was the batteries on board. They started rupturing the walls of the batteries. Do not want that at all. It's a major issue if that happens. I believe some of the valves got stuck on some of the engines and stuff like that because what they'd previously done, fueled it up to test out all the fuel systems. It actually damaged the valves, so they're not going to do that this time around. From what reports are saying, whether they do or not, don't. Again, I don't know. It's a lot of ifs and buts at the moment. But like I said, if you have any questions down in the chat, fire away and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But it looks like there's going to be a lot of issues with Starliner. And when you compare it to SpaceX's Dragon module, it's just the amount of money spent on Starliner is just ridiculous. And the launches on the Atlas V and all sorts just to get it up there and everything. And we know the Atlas V is retiring soon. So what will Starliner launch on in future? Will it be Vulcan? Will it be something else? Well, no, we'll have to wait and see because obviously Vulcan's still got to get tested and verified and everything like that as well. So although Starliner might be all good to go after this test, Atlas V's retiring. Vulcan hasn't flown yet. So what's happened with Starliner? Will it be able to go on SpaceX? Falcon 9 for all things, you never know. But we'll just jump over to launch updates today. Just a quick one. First up on Monday 29th, we've got Israel and their NVS-1 satellite, which has some new technology. If you want to read about more, just check out our previous episode. I went in a bit more depth with that, but essentially it's just a new navigation satellite for the Indian Space Agency. Then on Tuesday, May the 30th, we have a Long March 2F, and it's got 3 astronauts for going up to the Tian space module or Chinese space station up there. Then we have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but not 5, 6 SpaceX missions or launches, if you like. Falcon 9 launching Starlink on May 31st, Starlink on June the 1st, and then CRS mission on June the 3rd. And we've got another Starlink on June the 5th. And then we've got Transporter 8 on June 8th. And then, bear with me on this, all 3B mPower 5 and 6 on June 9th. So 6 SpaceX missions in the space of 10 days. It's just absolutely insane. The amount of kinds of launches that the SpaceX are doing is just absolutely incredible. And obviously recovering the boosters, recovering the fairings, and everything else that'll fall into the sea. They're not necessarily catching them anymore. They're just fishing them out of the sea and bring them back, but they're still reusing them, which is absolutely incredible. And we've seen a lot of video footage from the fairings as well as the boosters. So it's just absolutely incredible. But what I'd like to say is your feedback matters. It helps us improve our content and create videos that you will love. By liking and subscribe to Total Space, you'll be helping us to bring the latest and greatest news in space exploration. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Total Space to stay up to date on all things space. And I see we've got Miko in the chat down there. Hey, hey. But like I said, if we've got any more questions, I can run through one or two little news bits, and then we'll just quickly wrap up. It's just a very quick live stream today for everyone. I'll just hold on a second or two. If anyone's got any questions, don't think we've got too many people in the chat today. Everyone a little bit quiet. But we can run through the NVS-1 mission that I mentioned earlier in the launch updates. The NVS-1 mission from the Indian Space Agency launched on May 29th. The mission is utilising the Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle, or GSLV. They're one of their larger rockets, and it aims to deploy the NVS-1 navigation satellite, only weighing about 2,200 kilograms in a geosynchronous transfer orbit to reach the target and everything. The MVS-1 satellite represents the first of a new generation of satellites designed for the navigation with the Indian constellation services. The MVS series of satellites will not only maintain capabilities of NavIC, but also introduce enhanced features. One notable addition is the incorporation of L1 band signals, expanding the range of services offered. Additionally, NVS-1 will carry out an indigenous atomic clock, a significant achievement for the Indian space program and ISRO. So ISRO, quite new to the game in terms of launching rockets and everything like that, and satellites and everything, but they're making waves in their technology, and they're just launching a hell of a lot more lately, and alongside China and you've still got Russia launching their own rockets despite everything going on. But looks like ISRO are going leaps and bounds, and we're seeing some quite interesting technology from them and creating their own Methalox engine as well, which we also mentioned in a previous episode. So we'll just have to see where that one goes with their Methalox engine. Obviously not quite the same as what SpaceX are doing, but on a slightly smaller scale. But it'd be very interesting to see how they develop that. They've got it in the R&D development stage, nothing solid or flight ready yet, but a massive step forward for ISRO if they do plan on doing a Methalox engine of some sort. Whether they do a landing booster, reusable second stage, remains to be seen. There seems to be some plans at somewhere in there to do another reusable space plane. That makes to the list of other companies doing that. So there is that as well. So it'd be massively interesting to see where they go with all that. But I think we'll just quickly wrap up. Just a very quick recording today and live stream for everyone. But if you want to join us, we'll be doing the same thing again on Sunday next week. We might have it over on Twitter. We might have it here on YouTube. But just keep an eye on the socials on Twitter at The Space Update. I'm Ryan. This is The Space Update. Thanks for watching.